Cool. So I finally get a chance to make this video that I've been wanting to make, but I never found the time to actually do it. Now this video is going to continue my personal finance video. It's going to be like a follow-up, and I'm going to focus on that step number 4 that I called investing, right? And why I think everyone that has an emergency fund, that has a budget, and that has their debts paid off, they should all invest now. And I'm going to start by explaining what is investing, and in my case, what is a stock and what's a stock market. So all that investing is that you are buying an asset, you're buying either a stock or real estate or something that gains value over time. So instead of buying like a product, buying something that'll depreciate, you're going to buy something that goes up. Why do we do this? Because we want to make money. We want to buy something and then sell it for a higher price. That's all we want to do. And then a stock is just a very small portion of a company. So when you buy a stock, you're again a very small business owner. You actually own a piece of that company, which is awesome because if the company does well and if the company makes money, then you do well and you make money and everyone's happy. And that's the boat you want to be in. You want to be in the business of buying companies, buying stocks that grow over time so that you also make money. Now, what is the stock market? The stock market is just the place where you exchange and you trade stocks. You buy and sell stocks. And how do you access this? It's easy. You're going to go on to Robinhood. It's the easiest way to do it now. And Robinhood, you can get the app on your phone or you can use the desktop version on the computer. And you're going to make an account. It's going to take you 10 minutes. Cool? Once you make an account, you're going to get to see all the companies that are traded on Robinhood. Or on the stock market, I should say, sorry. And you'll see all the companies that some you'll recognize and some you won't. But basically, I'm going to give a rundown of how I started when I was 13. My dad showed me how to get onto the stock market. And 13-year-old me, all I did was really play video games. And I played a lot of video games. So when I got onto the stock market, I started finding some of the companies that actually made my games. I found EA, who make my FIFA games. And I knew that every year, people would buy the new FIFA game regardless of if it was a good game or a bad game. Everyone would buy it. There was no other game to play soccer. You know, the other ones were trash. So 3 months or 2 months before the new game comes out, I bought EA stock. And surely enough, when the game came out, the stock went up and I made a lot of money. And for me at 13 years old, I was amazed. I was like, this is so cool. And this is going to lead up to the next thing I want to talk about is we all know about something. We all know about specific industry. We have interests, right? We know about something. And my sort of rule for investing is stick to what you know. And now that I've invested for a longer period of time, I know more than just video games. I know about tech in general. I know about oil and gas. I know about some industries like aviation. Some industries like the banks. I know the bank stocks really well. And there's some industries that I have no idea what I'm doing with, so I don't touch those stocks. That would be health and medicine and all that. And I have no idea how that works, so I'm not going to risk my money and buy some of those. Right? So stick to what you know. We all have an industry that we know about. And I don't want you to pull the trigger on anything right now. I just want you to research. Find a company that you know and just read about it. Look at their price, look at the stock price, look at the market value. You'll see that on Robinhood too. That's just how much your company's worth. And I want you to look at the trend for you get to see how much the stock went up or down that week, that month, that day, that year, 5 years. You can see it all. There's a trend. And I just want you to research. And then you'll start to figure out some patterns that are going on. I'll make a quick example. After I bought my gaming stocks and I moved on from that, I started reading more. I started getting into tech and specifically Apple and Amazon. And today you know Apple and Amazon as giants, but in 2014, 2013, they were nowhere close to the size they are today. And I found out, to me, those were really cool businesses at the time, so I bought some of them, and look what they're worth today. That's the goal. You want to buy businesses that are going to grow in value over time. Now, I do want to talk about the risks because there are obviously risks involved with buying stocks. And your stock can go up $20 in a year and it can also go down $20 in a year. And it obviously doesn't feel so good when your stock goes down and you start losing money. But there's some rules and some techniques we use to minimize our risk. And as long as we stick to these rules, you should be good for the most part. Now, say if we find a company that meets all our criteria and it still goes down, then at that point you have to sort of trust yourself, and you know you did your homework, you did the research, you did what you were supposed to do, and the stock price went down. You're not going to sell it, because when you actually sell the stock you're losing money, you're going to buy more. And I'm actually pretty happy when stocks go down, because I can get them for a cheaper price than when I bought them originally for. And if I did my homework and I trust myself and I trust what I analyzed, basically, I know that stock's going to rebound and I'm going to make a lot of money at that point in time. So I don't want you to pull the trigger on anything. Just research. And if I was watching this video and I knew nothing about the stock market, I'd go find an industry that I knew about. And I just look at those companies and see how they're doing. And knowing me, I'd probably buy something, maybe drop $100 on something. And if you don't have $100, don't be shy. Don't shy away from this. You can start. There's stocks that are worth $10. There's stocks that are worth $5, and all over the spectrum, really. So I opened my Robinhood account with $100, and I just started growing from there. Started putting money, and my goal eventually is that all the money I make from the stocks, I can cover my costs and my living expenses for basically ever. That's what I want to do. I don't want to have to work every day for 8 hours and have to cover my living expenses like that. So right now, what I do with my job, and I make good money with my job, thankfully, and I invest pretty much everything, right, as much as possible. I keep low living expenses and I invest most of my money. And I'm not asking you to do the same. That's an extreme case that I want. That's a goal that I have, is to reach a certain amount of passive income, we should say. It's not really passive because you put in the work to study all these companies, but I don't want to have to work if I don't have to. I don't want to exchange time for someone else. You might have your own reason for why you want to make money, and you might want to make a fuck ton of money. It really doesn't matter. We're all in the same boat here. So again, just go on to Robinhood, make an account. It takes you 10 minutes, and start researching companies. And then I know some of you might be more advanced and you know what you're doing and you've bought stocks before, but I want to make this series from ground zero. I want everyone that watches this to be on the same page. And I'm going to build it up from there, and I'm going to go into more detail in further videos. But for now, that's all I want you to do. And yeah, you can tell I'm passionate about this subject. It's something that I actually love doing. I love investing, and I know it's going to be my long-term career prospect is investing. And like I said, right now all I need is to put in as much money as possible into the stock market. Cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you understand that you don't have to be some old guy wearing a suit. You know, that's how movies and TV shows pictured investors. I'm just 22 years old. I'm wearing a backwards hat, and I invest, and I've been investing for a long time, and I love it. And I've also found success in it, which is the most important thing. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't feel comfortable telling you that there's a process actually works. And now, don't be mistaken, I'm not here to make you a millionaire in 2 days. I'm not going to make you gain unrealistic money, nothing like that. You know, we're gonna do it the proper way, and we are gonna do well. Like I've proven that I get good returns year over year. And once again, it's nothing unrealistic, nothing that I'm not making you win the lottery or anything. We're not gambling here. It's very different. Investing isn't gambling. We do our homework, and we're going to research individual businesses. Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.